15 CR 475, State of Ohio versus John Swing. Mr. Swing present, Ms. Tamashasky, Mr. Engel, Mr. O'Reilly, and Mr. Ferris. The ladies and gentlemen of the jury were told to have verdict or verdicts. Mr. Engel or Ms. Tamashasky, anything you would need to add before I bring the jury out?
No, Your Honor.
And Mr. O'Reilly or Mr. Ferris?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, all right. Would you please bring the jury? And then, in terms of the exhibits, I don't know if they'll be able, someone will help you carry. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated. Everybody, please be seated. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the court has been made aware that you have verdicts. Is that correct, everyone?
Yes.
All right. And we have Ms. Nagel, all the exhibits. Is that right? All right. All right. The foreperson. You have the verdict forms and the jury instructions.
Yes.
Would you please, Ms. Reese, retrieve those from court has is it's two copies, one original of the jury instructions. Ms. Reese, this one will go into the file. All right. Would the defendant please rise? All right. As to 15 CR 0475, State of Ohio versus John M. Swing, verdict form, count 1, gross sexual imposition, a violation of 290705A1 of the Ohio Revised Code. We, the jury, find the defendant, John M. Swing, not guilty of gross sexual imposition in accordance with Revised Code 290705A1 as charged in count 1 of the indictment. Is that your verdict, ladies and gentlemen, on that count?
Yes.
All right. The court notes on page 2, the lesser included. We, the jury, find the defendant, John M. Swing, guilty of sexual imposition in accordance with Revised Code 2907-06A1, a lesser included offense of count 1, gross sexual imposition. Ladies and gentlemen, are these your signatures on this verdict form?
Yes.
Yes. And all 12 of you have signed that, correct?
Yes.
All right. As to verdict form on count 2, gross sexual imposition, we, the jury, find the defendant, John M. Swing, not guilty of gross sexual imposition in accordance with Revised Code 2907-05A1 as charged in count 2 of the indictment. Have all 12 of you, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, signed that verdict form for not guilty? Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. As to page 2, the lesser included, we, the jury, find the defendant, John M. Swing, guilty of sexual imposition in accordance with Revised Code 2907-06A1, a lesser included offense of count 2, the original offense being gross sexual imposition. All 12 of the ladies and gentlemen of the jury have signed that verdict form as well. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. Verdict form is to count 3. We, the jury, find the defendant, John M. Swing, not guilty of gross sexual imposition in accordance with Revised Code 2907-05A1 as charged in count 3 of the indictment. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, have all 12 of you signed that verdict form for not guilty?
Yes.
As to page 2, the lesser included, we, the jury, find the defendant, John M. Swing, guilty of sexual imposition in accordance with Revised Code 2907-06A1, a lesser included offense of count 3, gross sexual imposition. Ladies and gentlemen, have all 12 of the ladies and gentlemen of the jury signed that verdict form for guilty?
Yes.
All right. And then finally, count 4, assault. We, the jury, find the defendant, John M. Swing, not guilty of assault in accordance with Revised Code 2903-13A as charged in count 4 of the indictment. Ladies and gentlemen, have all 12 of the ladies and gentlemen of the jury signed that verdict form for not guilty?
Yes.
All right. Does the defendant wish the court to take any other instruction with the ladies and gentlemen of the jury before I read them discharge instructions?
No, Your
All right. Does the state?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the public and the parties, the court expresses its sincere appreciation for your services in performing this important public function. The judicial system, as we know it in the United States, is the finest in the world. It is so very important in preserving the property rights of all citizens that you willingly agreed to serve as jurors in the cause of action just completed. By your being here and participating, you are helping to guarantee the continued existence of the law and social order of our country. And never forget that no civilized country in history has ever been able to exist without law and order. As indicated earlier, after your verdict is returned and your jury service is completed, you may discuss this case with anyone, but you are not required to do so. Whether you discuss this case with counsel or anyone else after you are discharged is a matter of your own choice. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, I would ask that you follow Ms. Reese back into the jury room. I know it's been a long couple weeks. I'm going to ask that you stay a few moments longer so that I can have a little discussion with you. All right?
All rise.
The court will prepare judgment entries consistent with the jury's findings. Does the state wish to be heard on bond in this matter?
No.
All right. Anything from the defense?
Your Honor, we just request that Sergeant Swing be allowed to continue out on his own recognizance sentence.
The court,
And that PSI will.
the court will, let me see exactly. Do we have file number 1? All right. Do we have the book? Okay. Thank you. Is the state satisfied? I know I just heard your answer with the bond as it is, or are you?
That's fine.
All right.
Thank
The
you.
court then will leave bond as it is. Mr. Swing, it's 50,000 OR, no contact with AH, which is Ava Hiddle, return to court at this time, and court will set sentencing in about 30 days. Can we pick 30 days, please?
October 6th at 10 a.m.
10 a.m., Your Honor?
Yes. Is there room for that? All right. October 6th, 2016, 10 o'clock. Is that good with the state?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Swing, at this time, given the hours, probation open? All right. I would like him, call Ms. Fry. I would like Mr. Swing to go down to probation today. They may ask you to come back at a different time, but I want you to go down there today to speak with them, to set up what interview process that they want you to employ. The court's going to order a pre-sentence investigation, and the court will have that available on the date of sentencing. Anything else, Mr. Engel or Ms. Tamashaski?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Ferris or Mr. O'Reilly?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right. Court's in recess. Make sure that you go downstairs immediately.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.